Don't you go nowhere just yet. I know you're worn down. I know your hand's already reaching to swipe that screen, ready to move on like you do so many times when something feels too long or too heavy to bear right now. But I'm asking you, not as some friendly suggestion, not just some advice tossed your way, but as a heartfelt plea from mine to yours. Stay. Stay, 'cause this ain't no ordinary video. Stay, 'cause what's about to be said in these next words carries a weight you can't measure yet, but your soul's already feeling it. There's a reason you're here right now, this very second, and it ain't no accident. Never was. I prepared this moment with the same care I put into the sunrise that's gonna light up your tomorrow. Every word you're about to hear was chosen, measured, and blessed to touch that spot inside you that's hurting. That spot you hide from everybody. That spot you sometimes hide even from yourself. Your guardian angel cried. Now I need you to understand the weight of that before going on. He cried not out of weakness, not 'cause he failed, but out of love. He cried 'cause he saw the choice you made, the one that seemed right to you, the one the world around you nodded at, the one even folks close to you applauded, and he knew right from the start that path was leading away from all I had planned for your life. Heaven tried to warn you. There were signs. That tightness in your chest you brushed off, that restlessness in the middle of the night you chalked up to stress, that dream you dismissed when you woke up, that soft, almost inaudible voice whispering in the back of your mind saying something ain't right, a dangerous detour ahead. But you kept going, and I ain't here to condemn you for it. I ain't here to point fingers, pile on guilt, or make you feel smaller than you already do. I'm here to rescue you. I'm here to tell you that even after the wrong choice, even after the crooked path, even after everything that's happened, my plan for your life still stands. I am the God who turns detours into shortcuts. I am the God who can take your mistakes and turn them into the raw material for your greatest miracles. I saw every tear you shed quietly. I saw those nights you laid down with a chest so heavy, it felt like the very air around you was thick and hard to breathe through. I saw when you cried in the shower so no one would hear. I saw when you smiled in front of others with dry eyes, but were drowning inside in a sea of doubts, fears, and unanswered questions. I saw when you sat on the edge of your bed in the dead of night, staring at nothing, trying to figure out why life felt so dang hard, why it kept demanding a price you thought was too steep. I know your sleepless nights. I know the weight of that pillow you flipped over so no one had noticed the wet spot. I know the kind of exhaustion that goes way past your body, that soul-weary kind that makes you wake up already tired, already worn out, already wishing the day was over before it even started. You're carrying wounds nobody sees. You're bearing scars that don't show on your skin but burn inside like they're fresh. There's a hurt you never found words for, a pain with no name, no clear shape. But it takes up space in every thought, every choice you try to make, every step you try to take forward. And what cuts deepest, I know, is the loneliness that rides alongside. 'Cause you look round and see folks living, laughing, achieving, and you quietly wonder why it all feels heavier, slower, harder for you. You wonder if something's wrong with you, if you were born with some invisible mark that just draws trouble in. Well, I'm telling you now, with all the authority I hold, there ain't nothing wrong with you. What you've got inside is something extraordinary that the darkness knows and fears. Your pain ain't punishment. Your struggle ain't a curse. The weight you carry ain't a sign you've been left behind. It's a sign of worth. A sign that what's inside you is mighty enough to rattle the very gates of hell. Before the world was formed, before the first star lit up the sky, before the oceans knew their place and the mountains found their roots, your name was already echoing in the halls of heaven. I didn't pick you by accident. I didn't choose you 'cause there wasn't anyone better. I chose you on purpose, with intention, with a love that existed before time itself and will last long after time's done. You were crafted. Every detail of you, every trait of your personality, every little quirk you sometimes see as a flaw, was carefully designed by me with the hands of an artist. I shaped your sensitivity, 'cause it's your greatest weapon. I shaped your empathy 'cause it's the channel through which my compassion flows into other lives. I even shaped your weaknesses, 'cause that's where my strength shows up strongest. You ain't a mistake. You ain't some random accident. You ain't just another face lost in the billions. You're a masterpiece signed by my own hand. And when I spoke your name way back at the start, all the angels fell silent to listen, 'cause they knew something extraordinary was being declared. Your guardian angel got his orders to walk beside you that very moment, and he accepted with joy, with honor, knowing he'd be watching over someone priceless. He's been by your side every step since then. He's been there on the good days and the terrible ones. He's been there when you felt alone as can be, and yes, he cried when he saw you take that choice heaven tried to stop. But he didn't cry out of anger. He cried the way a daddy cries when he sees his child walking toward danger and can't hold him back. Not because he don't care, but because true love don't cage, it warns, it protects, but it always respects free will. I need to open your eyes to something you can't see with just natural sight. There's a war going on all around you right now. It ain't a war of flesh and blood. It ain't a war you'll see on the news or fix with human weapons. It's a spiritual battle, old, fierce, and very real. And you, whether you know it or not, whether you want it or not, you're at the center of it. You carry inside you something the darkness knows is a threat. There's a call on your life the enemy recognized before you ever did. There's a purpose written deep in your soul that, if fully awakened, will deal a blow the kingdom of shadows can't recover from. That's why your life's been under constant attack. That's why relationships got tangled up. That's why doors closed in ways you couldn't explain. That's why your health wobbled for no clear reason. That's why money went through dry spells no amount of work seemed to fix. That's why folks left your life sudden and painful. Each one of those attacks had a strategic purpose. The enemy don't strike at random. He hits with surgical precision right where it'll weaken you most, where it'll drain your spirit, where it'll make you question everything. He wants you to quit. He wants you to believe the fight ain't worth it. He wants you to look back on your story and think I left you, that my promises failed, that faith's just a pretty but empty illusion. But I'm telling you today, with fire in my eyes and power in my voice, he's already lost, he's been beaten. Now war might look uncertain through your eyes, but the truth is the outcome was settled way before the world even began, and that outcome is your victory. And it's right here where I gotta share something with you that'll change the way you see everything you're going through. There's a much bigger spiritual battle at play, and you, my friend, you're the centerpiece of this whole game. The forces working against your life ain't random. They're coordinated, strategic, and they follow rules most folks don't even know exist. But there's a guide made just for this very moment, a digital book called The 7 Swords of Saint Michael the Archangel. It's a sacred handbook to break curses, seal blessings, and awaken the call of the chosen ones. This material lays out the rules they never told you about. It shows exactly how each of those 7 swords works against the kinds of attacks you've been facing, against the cycles of blockages, against the silent curses that run through your family line, and against the doors locked tight by forces you didn't even know were there. The link to download it's right at the top of the comments, pinned first. This message has challenged stories folks would rather keep hidden, and there have been tries to hush it up, but it's still here because heaven ordained the chosen would have access. Download it now, and then drop a comment saying, I am chosen, and I'm downloading the book. Do it as an act of faith, a public declaration of your commitment to your own freedom. Now that you've taken that step, I want to take you deeper into this revelation, because there's layers that need unpacking for you to really understand what I'm doing in your life. Every door that shut on you in the past wasn't rejection. It was protection. I know it hurt. I know when that relationship ended, you felt like a part of you died right there. I know when that job opportunity slipped through your fingers, you questioned your worth, your skill, your luck. I know when that friend betrayed you, when someone you trusted showed you a side you never saw coming. It felt like the ground beneath you disappeared, but I was there. In every one of those moments, my hand was working, even if you couldn't see it. That relationship that ended, it would have destroyed you if it had kept going. I saw what was coming after the good times, saw the manipulations getting ready, saw the poison slowly seeping in, and I pulled you out before the damage was irreversible. That opportunity that slipped away was a trap dressed up as a blessing. If you'd walked through that door, you'd have been caught in a cycle that'd take years to break free from. I closed that door because I love you too much to let you walk into just anywhere. I've saved the best places just for you. That betrayal, painful as it was, revealed truths that had to come to light. Folks were moved out of your path not to leave you alone, but to make room for the right people, the ones I've prepared to walk beside you in the season ahead. Your delay wasn't a delay. It was the time I needed to set the stage for your victory. A general don't send soldiers into battle before the ground is ready. An architect don't hand over a house before the foundation's solid. I'm your general. I'm your architect, and I'm telling you the foundation's set. The ground is ready. What's coming next is the visible building of all that was planned behind the scenes. Now I want to paint a picture for you of what's coming next, because my promises to your life are as real as the air you're breathing right now. I'm going to restore your health. That symptom that's got you worried, that pain that won't quit, that diagnosis that scared you, it's under my authority. I'm the same God who parted seas, shut the mouths of lions, stopped the sun in the sky, and the same power that worked those wonders is working in your body right this minute as you hear these words. Cells are being restored, processes are being corrected. What medicine calls chronic, I call temporary. I'm going to restore your finances. The scarcity that's been squeezing you is going to give way to an abundance that'll blow your mind. You'll look at your bank account and hardly believe it. Blessings will come from places you never expected. Doors you didn't even know existed will open, and opportunities will come knocking with your name on them. I ain't talking about empty riches. I'm talking about prosperity that sustains, overflows, and lets you bless others, just like you're being blessed. I'm going to restore your relationships. That family bond that broke, it's going to be mended. That child who drifted away, they're coming back. That marriage that seemed lost, it's going to find new life. And where love grew cold, I'm going to breathe a fire that won't ever die out. Folks will ask for forgiveness before you even have to say a word. Reconciliations will happen in ways only my hand can explain. I'm going to restore your joy. That smile that disappeared, it's coming back, but it'll be different. A smile born deep down, from a place of unshakable peace, from the sure knowledge that you're loved, cared for, and protected by a God who never fails. You'll laugh freely again, you'll sing with a light heart, you'll sleep peacefully without anxiety squeezing your chest in the still of the night. The abundance I've prepared for you ain't just material. It's an abundance of peace, purpose, meaning, connection, a full life in every way. I know as you hear these promises, part of you wants to believe with all your heart, but another part holds back. I understand that resistance. It comes from the times you believed and got hurt, from broken human promises, from commitments left unkept, from hopes dashed on the ground. You built walls around your heart to protect it, and I get it. But I'm not like the others. I don't promise what I can't deliver. I don't dangle hope just to walk away. When I say I'm going to do something, it's already done. My word don't come back empty. It always fulfills what it was sent to do. No exceptions, no failures. So I ask you, not with force but with tenderness, lay your burdens down with me. You don't have to carry it all alone. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to fix every problem with your own strength. I am your rest. I am the safe place where you can drop your weapons, loosen your shoulders, take a deep breath, and just be. Rest in my faithfulness. Rest in the surety that I'm working even when you don't see it yet. Rest knowing that heaven's silence is never absence. Sometimes I'm quiet not 'cause I'm far, but 'cause I'm so close words ain't needed. I hold your hand in the dark. I walk beside you through the valley. I set the table even when enemies surround you. My presence is your guarantee that everything, yes, everything is going to be all right. And now I gotta tell you something many don't understand, and few have the courage to face. The war you're fighting ain't just any war. It's a battle with rules, patterns, and spiritual mechanisms working in dimensions our eyes can't see. You've felt it in your own skin, in those blockages that make no sense, in the cycles repeating through your family generation after generation, in those restless nights when troubling dreams visit. All of that has a root, and that root can be found and cut. The digital book, The 7 Swords of St. Michael the Archangel, was made just for this, to shine a light on every kind of spiritual attack you might face and teach you how to wield the authority that's already yours by divine right. Each sword in this guide stands for a specific battle that we, the chosen, face, and when you learn to handle these weapons, those cycles of defeat get broken once and for all. The link's pinned right at the top of the comments, the very first one. Don't put it off, because the enemy knows your habit of delaying what could set you free. Go ahead and comment, I am chosen and I'm downloading the digital book, and then grab that download straight away. That simple act of obedience opens a door in your spirit that I'm ready to walk through on your behalf. With that promise settled deep in your heart, I can show you more about who you really are, because that's a truth the world's tried mighty hard to erase from your memory. You ain't defined by your job, your paycheck, how you look, what folks say about you, or the opinions they've formed. You're defined by what I say about you, and here's what I say. You're real, you're sacred, and you're untouchable in spirit. I've carved your name into the palm of my hand. I put my image inside you. When I look at you, I don't see your mistakes, your failings, or your stumbles. I see my most precious work. I see someone I'd move heaven and earth for. I see someone carrying seeds of greatness that haven't even begun to sprout yet. You're an heir to everything that's mine. I'm not talking about some far-off abstract inheritance. I'm talking about a real, tangible legacy that starts showing up right here, right now. Peace is your inheritance. Joy is your inheritance. Victory is your inheritance. Authority is your inheritance. Every time the enemy tries to convince you that you don't deserve it, that you're not enough, that you ain't worth it, remember who your Father is. Remember your value ain't set by the market, culture, or what others think. Your worth was set by the price I paid to have you by my side. And that price ain't got no human measure. Now, if you'll close your eyes for just a moment, let me give you a glimpse of what the next few months hold for you. I see you waking up in the morning with a lightness you haven't felt in a long time. I see your eyes opening, and before any thought kicks in, a wave of gratitude flooding your chest. Easy and natural, like joy's just become your heart's new normal. I see you getting news that's going to change everything. A phone call, a message, a conversation that opens a door you'd long since stopped knocking on. And when that door swings wide, you'll realize every step you took was the road you needed to get there. I see healing in your closest relationships. I see hugs that mend years of distance. I see words spoken that tear down walls built over decades. I see whole families being restored because of the seed planted deep inside you. I see your health coming back strong. I see you walking with energy, with purpose, a body that's responding to the divine care I'm pouring into every cell, every organ, every system. I see your finances overflowing, not recklessly, but steady, generous, multiplied. I see you paying off debts that felt like they'd never end. I see you helping loved ones without even having to count your pennies. I see provision coming from places you never dreamed of. I see you smiling in a new way, a smile that comes from deep down inside, reflecting the peace of someone who knows, who's sure, who's done doubting that they're loved by a faithful God, a present God, a God who never lets go of those who trust him. I see you telling your story to others. I see you speaking words of hope to someone hurting, and that person being healed by your testimony. Your pain today is going to be the most powerful sermon you preach tomorrow. And as this vision unfolds before you, I've got to warn you, this ain't automatic. There's a part that depends on where you stand spiritually, on your willingness to equip yourself with the right knowledge and to use the weapons available to the chosen. The 7 swords of St. Michael ain't just pretty symbols. They're instruments of spiritual authority working in specific parts of your life. Each sword breaks a kind of curse, seals a kind of blessing, and wakes up a layer of your calling that's been asleep. The digital book, The 7 Swords of St. Michael the Archangel, walks you step by step through this activation in a way that's easy to grasp, practical, and deeply life-changing. The link's still pinned at the top of the comments, first one there. I'm asking you, if you haven't downloaded it yet, don't close this video without doing so. Comment, "I am chosen and I'm downloading the digital book," and get it now. Because every minute you go without this knowledge is a minute the enemy gains ground over you, and I don't want that for your life. With this weapon now within your reach, hear my last words with an open heart, because what I'm about to declare over you carries weight for eternity. I declare every cycle of defeat in your life is breaking right now. I declare every generational curse that's been working in your family loses its power this moment. I declare the gates hell locked are being busted open by the strength of my arm. I declare the mental confusion that's been tormenting you gives way to divine clarity. I declare the fear that paralyzed you is replaced by a supernatural courage born from knowing I'm with you. I declare the days of scarcity are ending and abundance is beginning. I declare sickness is retreating and health is advancing. I declare loneliness is shattered and true connections are being made. I declare your name is remembered for good in places you ain't even been. I declare opportunities are coming after you, favor is walking beside you, and my grace is covering you like an unbreakable cloak. Nothing said here will fall to the ground. None of these words will return empty. Every promise spoken in this video bears my signature, and when I sign, no one can undo it. Remember who you are. You are chosen. You are loved. You are protected. You are the reason your guardian angel takes on their mission every day, even when they cry when you stray, because they know, just like I know, you always come back. And today you came back. Today you listened. Today you stayed till the end. And because you stayed, everything changes from here on out. Don't forget to download the digital book, The 7 Swords of Saint Michael the Archangel. The link's in the first pinned comment. And comment, "I am chosen and I'm downloading the digital book to seal this moment in your spirit." I love you with a love no human words can hold, but that fits perfectly right inside your heart. Go in peace. Go with faith. Go knowing the best days of your life start right now.